Okay, Kieran, so a 2-0 defeat away to Winchester City in the FA Cup. Firstly, just quickly your thoughts on the game.
Yeah, as a spirited performance from us. Obviously, they play a lot higher level than us and a lot more financial backing as well. So the squad that they've got is surely going to compete in their league. Their gaffer's done a good job over the years, and they've consistently been in and around the playoffs for the Southern League, and probably just towards the second half, we've probably done so well first half to stay in the game, and worked our socks off. In the break, when we come out, probably killed us a little bit. We were a little bit sloppy the first couple of minutes, and they got their goal. After that, their second come in the 92nd minute, when we were pushing everything forward and throwing our keeper up for corners and things like that. So yeah, I was really pleased with the effort that the lads put in, and the way we approached the game. We went into it trying to be as competitive as we could, and really upset them from a football point of view, and impress them as high as we could, and just be really aggressive, which was our plan, and it worked overall. But it was just the sloppy goal chances for us, probably not to what we're used to. They limited us to those which you'd expect, but there was always that sort of belief, even with 1-0 down, that we might get one chance to equalise. But today it wasn't the case, and they'll probably come away with it being deserved winners on possession and chances. But that's to be expected for the level that we're at. And now we just have to get in for training on Tuesday, brush this one aside, and prepare for the Vaz, because this one was a free hit for us. No one's expected us to come down here and win. So to put up such a good fight and to stay in the game for as long as we did, 1-0 up until the 90th minute, I think the lads deserve huge credit, and all the fans that travelled down, that gave us the rapture after we come on, says a lot for how much they appreciated the performance, as well as myself.
And credit to Winchester, the scoreline could have been a lot more to them. How happy were you with our defensive performance?
Yeah, I mean, they had lots of possession, but afterwards, when we were in the change room, then I've said that the goals that they've had, the one on the 46th minute, was one that they switched off. But other than that, I've not really seen Sam Thompson pull off a one-on-one save, or they've been threatened or massively under the cosh at any point. It was a fierce game, battled all over the pitch. But the back three in the first half of Ralphie and Dan, is their first 90 minutes of the season, was superb, and Jonesy in there again. And we were just really competitive, which was great. But then when we've worked so hard off the ball, it showed a little bit when we got possession high up the pitch, that we just didn't quite have that quality where we were working so hard without it. But that's something we need to add to our game, create a bit more chances that we need to do in the final third, a bit more composure show, and those things will come as the weeks come forward, and the more games we play, the better we'll get. But I was really happy with the effort. They maybe could have had a couple more based on possessions, but certainly not on chances.
And Dan Kovacs obviously injured himself last week. Gary seemed to be on his own up front for a large portion of that game. Did we miss Dan and Jamal today?
Yeah, I think having Jamal suspended in Cov still injured sort of hampered our attacking options a little bit. But I'm always going to play this way away at Winchester. If you go to play at a place like this and play three up front, then I think the scoreline could have been a lot more. So we was always going to set up with Higgs up there on his own, and he knew the situation going into it. He works really hard, as every single player did today. Obviously he was starved of support for a lot of the game, but that's just something that we just had to deal with today, to come down here and try and stifle them out and starve them as much as we could. So we were looking to get one on the counter attack, and the game plan was working perfectly until half time. And then we just sort of knocked us about a bit, that early goal, and then we had to make changes. Young Miles come on, Bakes with their first appearances of the season as well. So the squad's been stretched, but good lads have come in and done really well. So our next one is the Vaz, and that's like our Champions League or FA Cup, if you like, and that's the one that we want to do. And as well as every other club at this level, the FA Cup is a bonus, and to get through the first round was brilliant. And to come down here and give them such a close game was something I'm really pleased with.
And you touched on it just there. We've got Brockenhurst next Saturday in the Vars. Observing this performance today, does it fill you with confidence going into that game?
Yeah, I think so. This side we played here today, like I said, are going to be up in the top half of the Southern League. So to come down here and give them such a battle for the whole 90 minutes, if we can produce that sort of performance next week with a little bit more attacking threat as well, then I hope that we'll give a good performance, and home it to the South Bank with never good support down there for the FA Vaz. It should be a good day.
And finally, I thought there were lots of good performances out there today. But do you have a man of the match personally?
My man of the match probably Wilbur again over the course of 90 minutes. But my back three, like I said to you, it was Ralphie and Dan's first 90 minutes in a long time. So those two would come away with massive credit. My back three in general, Jonesy, Ralphie and Diggs were super. They didn't lose a header all day, and to not have a clean sheet to show for that will hurt them. But Wilbur was really effective going forward in deep areas, and he probably was one of the standout performers for us again. But it's hard to pick a standout man of the match from the effort that everyone put in today. Like, everyone worked tirelessly for the team, and there was no selfless performances. So it's an overall team performance and work ethic that we showed was probably the most pleasing thing of the day today.